And boom goes the dynamite. Good morning, good morning, good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym of the Crypto, episode 203. Today is Wednesday, July 11th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish.
Oh, yeah.
D-Truth, 7695, good morning. Ghost Acosta, Antonio, Gabriel Hernandez, Banger Committee.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Daly, Close 71, Bitcoin Hippie.
I'm convinced some of you are just copy and paste and ready, right? When you see it,
there we go.
Click,
right? We got fast fingers, as Ghost just said.
Oh, yeah.
Jizzy Mac. Marcellus Love, Blockchain Shuja, Dan the Man 03, everybody. Good morning. Alex G, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. All right. So let's let people load up in here. For the free Bitcoin, you didn't do free Bitcoin yesterday, I don't think. I saw the video.
Yeah,
so.
no free Bitcoin.
All right, we'll do it today then. Well, good morning, everybody. I say let's just jump straight into it then.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get down and dirty. We actually have a ton of stories today, so a lot to talk about. And for whatever reason, the chat app, of course, isn't working, so you all will not be able to see each other chatting to each other, but it's all good. Boom. All right. First story. Litecoin Foundation partners with TokenPay to acquire 10% stake in German bank.
Oh, yeah.
Woo,
there we go.
There we go.
We not
hey, not playing no more games.
Banks not buying crypto exchanges. Crypto exchanges buying
Ooh,
banks.
What's going on with Litecoin Foundation?
Oh, yeah. Well, Charlie Lee and the Litecoin Foundation, they partnered up with TokenPay, and they have actually decided to buy a 10% stake in a German bank, which WEG Bank is the name of it. We've seen this before. We saw Barry Silvert's group. They bought Silvergate, and this is becoming a trend that it's kind of under the radar. Like
it's going to keep happening.
People aren't really commenting on it, and bankers are never going to comment on it. But what's happening is there are enough crypto people who are rich enough that they're going to banks and they're like, "Hey, if you're crypto
you don't want to give us,
you don't want to not. Yeah,
how about this then?
Yeah, exactly. So they're basically buying these banks because I think after regulatory approval, they can basically use their infrastructure to store customer funds and do custodial stuff. So it's a great play from that standpoint. And I think long term there'll be more crypto people buying banks. They'll just be like, well, if a bank won't accept our money, we'll just buy you. Like, what are you talking about?
Here's the thing, though. Here's my issue with it, I guess you can say, and this is a scary thing, and it's actually a story we have coming up. But if you start buying the banks, then literally, and I think Gabriel Hernandez just said it says blurring the lines between the old and new.
Yeah.
You're right. Not only is it going to blur the lines, but I mean, I think if they begin buying banks, governments are just going to try to pressure them and just say, all right, forget it. You're just a bank, and you're going to buy by these same exact rules, and you're going to play the same exact game they've been playing.
Yep.
And guess what? Your community and ecosystem that you love is now officially gone.
Yep.
Exactly. Torrance J playlist, more crypto regulations. So that's what's scary to me.
Yep. Absolutely.
And we, I feel like the crypto community has already shown that it's going to buckle.
Yeah.
It's going to buckle. And maybe not, I won't say the crypto community, but all this outside money that always comes in that people talks about, they're definitely going to buckle. We've already been seeing that, even with the Winklevoss twins and Coinbase. So it's one of those things where if they become the bank or they start buying the banks, are they going to buckle, and are they going to give in to regulatory pressure? So.
Oh yeah, and I know that they have 10% right now.
Buy an army
option. Yeah, they have an option.
Buy a militia.
Absolutely, yeah. You better do something because as soon as you get into the banking part of it, and money starts becoming something big. It's not just something people can walk away from. But they have an option to buy 100% of the bank in the future, which we'll see how that goes. But it is one of those things where the lines are being blurred. We told you this is the year. This is going
to happen
because it's so much regulations. Yeah. At some point, regular retail investors like us and people who aren't billionaires in the crypto market are not going to go out and buy banks. However, they're crippling your ability to move in the crypto space because that'll bring in the regulation. The central banks, they'll have a reason now. They'll be like, "Oh, you want to be a bank?
Well, you say you're a bank.
Cool. Let's send over this 1,000-page document to show you exactly what all the regulations you need to put in there."
And so, these are the only 3 law firms you should use because they all work with us. So
exactly. Yep.
It's the same game. I mean. Again, I'm serious when I say I would much rather see Litecoin Foundation, I don't know, buy an old special operations force or buy, you know what I mean? Like buy some military dudes and say, you know what, we're not going to buy a bank. We're not going to follow these regulations and we're not moving them all to it. We're just going to continue doing our harmless trading of our own currency in peace.
Yeah, the only person doing that is McAfee.
Right, McAfee's about that life. You know what, McAfee for president right now. McAfee for president because he is about that life. I'm not trying to, to see them buy the banks and give in. P-Man Van, what's going on? Welcome back.
Oh, yeah.
P-Man Van's one of
Everybody
our
on
originals. Want to give a shout out to him. I know you're going through a lot, but hopefully you're hanging in there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so that's pretty interesting. I mean, and kind of piggybacking off that story, we'll just go to the next one, which is South Korea officially recognizing crypto exchanges as regulated banks.
Oh, you don't say.
You may have missed this. It came out last week, July 6th. So what was that? Probably like a Friday or something, Friday or Saturday. As you know, we were going during that time, or we had a special. We had our 200 episode. What day was that? It's like Tuesday or something. Tuesday, yeah, and then July 4th. So yeah, we were going during that time. But for the first time in history, the government of South Korea has officially recognized crypto exchanges, regulated financial institutions, and banks. I guess they meant to say has officially recognized crypto exchanges as regulated. But local publication in South Korea has reported that the financial authorities of South Korea have finalized their plans to categorize crypto exchanges as an industry called cryptocurrency exchange and brokerage to enable trading platforms to perform at large capacity with support from local authorities. We don't need your support, and they're already performing at large capacity.
Yeah.
Some of the things you want to key in on this, though, and the reason why this story is very important because Bitcoin Zay says it all the time. He says governments and institutions are going to look at other governments and institutions as they roll things out like this, and they're just going to,
copy paste.
Yep, copy paste and tailor it to their own.
Yep.
And this is not good news because with them being banks, they've already said they don't want any small ones. They said, I'm looking for the exact quote in here, but here it says small to medium-sized cryptocurrencies exchanges delay the implementation of necessary security measures and are only focusing on business expansion. Yeah, but everyone in cryptocurrencies know you need security, so that's not direct. Yeah. That's not really true.
And it's open market.
It's open market.
They want to leave themselves open, and people want to invest in a crypto exchange that's not secure. Bye. I'm sorry. You just gotta pay tuition like everybody else. That's what open market means.
Right. And they're saying in the short term, it's not gonna be just the short term. It's gonna be long term too. But in the short and long term, the newly created regulatory framework for cryptocurrency exchanges may have a negative impact on both the trading platforms and investors because it will mean stricter know your customer and anti-money laundering and customer verification policies, which we keep saying does not work because you are once again centralizing all the information in one place. It's going to make you a hacker-friendly environment. That's what's going to create a hacker-friendly environment.
They're smiling right now. Look
right.
And it's funny, the guy who was actually speaking on it, his name is Moon. I mean, just inconsequential.
Right.
But he's basically, saying that we need to have your name attached to your address because if we can't have that, in South Korea, and it's going to happen in other places. If that can't happen, Russia's actually commented on doing this. If that can't happen, then the pseudo-anonymous nature of it will still continue on, and people who take those precautions can move freely. However, if you got to attach a name to it, and they start blacklisting wallets, and then they start taking away people's, then we don't have a crypto. We have a digital currency, which we already have.
Yeah. Bank of America, Chase, currency. We do that already.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't, you don't touch dollars that often anymore. So this is one of those regulations that people are on the fence because there are people that think, well, we need this to happen for institutional investors to come. And I'm like, you don't understand. If enough people are using it and ignoring them, they'll have to come. They have to show up. And that's what Bitcoin originally, how it originally got big. Right. They were just ignoring. They were like, man, we're not listening to you. Remember the report? How many people
we're not going to take it.
It was like eight people reported crypto to the IRS.
Right. It was like 800 people or something.
Oh, so you don't need to have to, listen to whatnot. And then, going forward, the SEC and all this other regulation has kind of crippled it. But it does look like this is what the route they're going. They're trying to make it safe for the people that they want to make the money. So
right. And I was looking for it, but it was actually right here in front of me in bold. It says it, no more minor crypto exchanges. People, this is them trying to destroy a free market. Why not? Yeah. Why not a minor crypto? Maybe I don't want to use a big exchange where everybody's on there is being manipulated or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe I can make a bit better one.
Maybe I do want to use a minor exchange. Like why are you saying, it says here previously crypto exchanges were considered as communication vendors and trading platforms, and they were only required to purchase $20 license to operate the way it should be, even though you don't even need a license to operate. It's open source, it's free software and code. You can just throw it on your computer and use it. But now they're saying again, there's not going to be any more small exchanges. Again, what that means is if you're not already $15 to $20 million up and decide one day, hey, I want to create an exchange and pay this $200,000 licensing fee to the government, then you cannot have one anymore.
Get your broke ass out of it.
And that's not what this community is about. It's a shame. You know what, Zay's word. It's disheartening to see South Korea doing it after they've been leading the way for so long. But we kind of saw the writing on the wall when the last regulator who caught that heart attack started to press his, press the finger down hard on crypto. Again, they got them out of there. Then the next one came in. It had the 200,000 plus signatures for the petition. This is something South Korea needs to stand up on, and I'm going to be looking at this story a little bit more as it progresses to see if those citizens do step up or have they already bit the dust. And the same people there, the Brian Armstrongs of South Korea, have finally stepped in and say, nope, we're going to make this a competition-free environment, just like the central bank did. And we're going to tie that into the government regulations, and we're going to make you support us. And we ever fail or we go under and get hacked, we're going to make the taxpayers pay for all that. Exactly. And it's business as usual. Yeah. So hopefully not. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Quick shout out to the game I peep. Just had a baby boy born last month. So congratulations on you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. I know you're getting a lot of sleep. Right. There we go. Right. Marcel's Love said they are referring to, quote, their definition of security, right. Hands in our pockets.
Yeah, every time. Yep. They always trying to help you or secure it. That's definitely, they're just stealing.
They are. This is.
You're right, Jizzy Mac.
Stealing.
Banks coming with that mumbo jumbo.
Right.
Mumbo jahamba.
You know what? I was going to talk about Opera. Before we talk about Opera, since we're on the topic, new EU directive sets stricter transparency rules for digital currencies. This kind of goes along with South Korea, what they've been doing, what the American government been doing. And again, if you remember, they just made what's the J5 or whatever, where it has basically all this centralized powers. America, some of the countries in Europe, I think it was London, UK, excuse me. Who else was in it? A couple other countries. I'm not sure Japan was in it. But basically the J5 just set a precedent, was saying, hey, all the governments are going to work together the same way they work together to spy on all their citizens. We're going to work together to figure out who has what crypto, and we can tax them. So this new EU directive that is setting stricter transparency rules for digital currencies is probably the worst one I have ever seen. The EU 5th Anti-Money Laundering Directive came into force yesterday, 2 days ago, July 9th. Cointelegraph auf Deutsch reported. Looks like the directive would set a new legal framework for European financial watchdogs to regulate digital currencies in order to protect, you already know, against money laundering and terrorist financing. Something that does not even exist in cryptocurrency yet. Oh my God. Money laundering and terrorist financing does not exist in cryptocurrency. Yeah. However, they are going to create a new ABC agency to ensure it doesn't happen. Yeah. And the problem with this is,
to the extent it happens, is not necessary.
My goodness.
Jesus.
This, and you all had I want you to really take in what we're about to say. I'm looking for it. It is very bad, though. It is very bad. They say to combat the risks related to anonymity of national financial intelligence units, FIUs, another alphabet agency. Never even heard of it. Jesus Christ. They should be able to obtain information allowing them to associate virtual currency addresses to the identity of the owner of virtual currency. In addition, the possibility to allow users to self-declare to designate authorities on a voluntary basis should be further assessed. So not only do they want to identify everyone who has any crypto with your identity, but they also want you to volunteer that information to them. This is a message to all the Ned Flanders who just jumped into crypto recently.
Oh man, yeah.
After the regulators came in and made it safe for them.
Yeah, I guess they're going to attach Social Security numbers to it and basically try and centralize it that way. However, I think the big picture they're missing with all this regulation of crypto or trying to come in and regulate it is that at some point, if the banking industry fails to do what they've promised,
as they always have done, as they continuously do,
your regulation is not going to matter. Like when billions of people start saying we don't care, because like I said, I think people have short memories. 2008 was the biggest heist in the world history,
and they got away with it.
They got away with it, and I don't think people would have the day-to-day. I have to work, I have kids, I have this, I have that. So they don't think about it often. However, like we said, the more that they press with regulations, people are like, all right, well, I guess I got to get into it. All it takes is one time for bankers to fail or for them to mess up the same way they did in 2008. And then people will start reevaluating, and they'll be like, look, y'all keep telling us this garbage about y'all want to regulate. Forget that, man. Y'all get y'all stuff together. Use your resources to regulate them, because you have these dudes running rampant in New York, but nothing's being done to them. So
they've been doing it since we got off the gold standard. I mean, let's take it back. They've been doing this since like the 30s. People, it's ridiculous, and they keep getting away with it. I mean, I bet most people don't even realize their tax dollars go to other countries.
Yeah.
When we lend these countries or when we loan these countries, even though they're fake loans, we just print money.
Yeah.
When we print money and give these countries all these funds and reliefs and all that, that comes from your money. You didn't agree to that, you didn't sign up for it, but it's going to these third world countries to balance out the power, whether you like it or not. And this is another way to do it. I mean, again, they're trying to use that protection thing for the purposes of anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism. AML, CFT. I never even heard the CFT one. Competent authorities should be able, through obliged entities, to monitor the use of virtual currency. When they say through obliged entities, what they're talking about is these exchanges. That goes back to South Korea saying, hey, no more little guys. We can't monitor you. We want the big guys so we can, we can funnel everything to a few exchanges. We can monitor them. We can force them to make them pay us extra money and give us all your customer information. And then when we get hacked again, just like half the American population's social security numbers did, because all the information was in one place, which they are literally doing again. We'll just a central point of failure. We'll just brush off our shoulder and say, hey, well, it's bad guys, wasn't our fault, but let's try doing this same thing again. It makes no sense.
Shout out to Maurice Parks. He said they fleeced us. Now my spidey senses are starting to fire.
Right, the spidey senses going off.
Should have been going off the last few months, really.
Listen,
they came back from break with a vengeance.
I just want to know how many people are going to pitch in to a bailout and an attorney fund for me if I start tar and feathering these people. Okay, right. They really need it. All right, because they are getting away with murder right now, and people are letting them. A wedgie? Can we do wedgies?
At the very least,
a swirly. I will go to Capitol Hill right now with 5 or 6 guys and give like at least 16 or 17 swirlies. All right, I just need this fun for the attorney and the bailout.
Right in the air.
Give him a wet willy. This is annoying. When they like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing with our money? Like, what are you doing? All right.
Old school.
In better news, Opera becomes first major web browser to include native crypto wallet. What's going on, Opera?
Oh yeah, well, Opera, they have been operating for the past couple of years. They're actually introducing a browser that has a cryptocurrency wallet built into it. It's not the first one. Brave actually has it, and other smaller browsers have it as well. But the Opera browser for Android, it'll actually have crypto wallet functionality using the Ethereum's Web 3.0 tools. Right now it's in private beta, but going forward they're actually releasing it. Basically, they have stated that we believe the web of today will be the interface of the decentralized web of tomorrow. By becoming the first major browser to open up the Web 3.0, we would like to contribute to making the internet of the future more accessible, which, as we've said before, all of these companies that are building, that aren't sitting around watching the news, they're already looking towards the future. Like, they're looking at these regulations, and y'all are trying to get centralized exchanges. Like, man, we are moving on to a whole new world. So like somebody stated, as long as developers are faster than regulators, they will continue to innovate. So it's great to see that they have this built-in crypto wallet to your browser, so that if it enables the future of micropayments for music, for games, for videos. If you have a wallet built in, then you can start those payments that go automatically, and you only pay for what you use. So it's actually cheaper for you, and at the same time, it's great for their business, because a lot of people will move to their browser. So yeah,
thanks, Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash just said Opera also has a built-in VPN. So
built-in VPN,
that's pretty cool. One thing I will say is, again, amazing. Congrats to Opera. Kudos. Hope it goes well. All that great stuff. But for those who, of course, jump to new technology, which if you're watching this, you're probably one of those people. Just be leery, because it's a new web browser. It's a new service for crypto wallets. I mean, just be frank. Most of the bugs haven't been figured out. All right. The chances of a hacker, whether it's white hacker or a regular hacker, finding an exploit are pretty high, I think, because it is so new. And I'm sure I haven't done my due diligence, but I don't know if they have the resources to hire a team of hackers like Google does to ensure these things don't happen.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time. So it takes time to work out the kinks. But with that, I hope they succeed. I know it's new, but if you're planning on using those wallets, whatever, and putting your crypto in them, only put a little bit in it.
Yeah,
only put a little in it for probably the next, I would say, almost 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Only a little. It's just not worth it to put a lot in there right now. It's brand new. It's tech. It's going to take time, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. They're on the right track, as well as Brave as well. So
absolutely, yeah.
Good luck to Opera, and congratulations.
Congrats.
Okay, a story we covered a couple days ago. We have to circle back around. Bancor We talked about Bancor on Monday when the story first broke about them going down, having some issues, possibly being hacked. You know, the story was convoluted, or official release statement hadn't been released until yesterday or late Monday night. And then yesterday we heard some more stuff. It looks like Bancor got hit or hacked for $23.5 million. And now they're urging industry players to collaborate to figure it out. However, there's a lot of stuff going on with this. First, let's talk about the money part. The $23 million was hacked. It looks like, let me see how the breakdown is. They have the breakdown here somewhere. It was about $3,200,000 worth of BNT, worth about $10 million. 24,984 Ethereum, worth about 12.5 million, and 229,356,645 NPXS, worth roughly 1 million.
Bullish on PundyX. If they're still in PundyX,
right?
Which was featured in our newsletter like 2 months ago.
Okay,
so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they're still in that, they only steal stuff that's valuable. So,
right.
Yeah.
The Bancor team confirmed the theft on his Twitter. And here's the important part, people, which I believe Charlie Lee from Litecoin tweeted out. They swiftly froze the stolen BNT tokens. As such, an ability was built into the Bancor protocol, quote, to be used in an extreme situation to recover from a security breach, end quote, limiting the total damage to approximately 13.5 million. Now, they came out and asked, you know, for people to help them or industry players to collaborate. Well, industry player did collaborate. Charlie Lee, creator of Litecoin, came out on his Twitter and wrote, a Bancor wallet got hacked, and that wallet has the ability to steal coins out of their own smart contracts. An exchange is not decentralized if it can lose customer funds or if it can freeze customer funds. Bancor can do both. It is a false sense of decentralization, and that's why we're bringing up Bancor. We wrote about them. We talked about them. You could make some money on it. You probably still can. But Monday we even said, hey, this is a decentralized platform. Well, it turns out because no one knew they had the ability to freeze the funds. This is new information.
Backdoor.
So again, the hack wasn't that. It might have been somebody internal. Who was like, you know what? Let's let the truth out of here. But it looks like they're centralized. I mean, that's disheartening.
Very disheartening. I mean, you got a lot of good projects like altcoin.io, a lot of decentralized platforms that are really pushing decentralization. However, I think Bancor, because of the people who were invested in it, I don't think like Tim Draper and some of these people, I don't think they were that invested into decentralized exchanges without some type of backdoor that they can use, because whenever you have a hack, whenever you have something happen to your exchange, if you can't freeze those funds or if you can't say that we can secure it, basically, you know, people won't want to use it in the mainstream. But in the crypto world, there's a reason for decentralized exchanges, because I control my crypto. The only time that I use that platform is to swap it for something else, and those tokens are mine. So they don't hold, they have no custodial rights to your tokens. They can't freeze it. They can't stop it from happening. However, once they do that, they're basically just another centralized exchange. So we'll see how it shakes out as far as news-wise, because it could damage them, but it could basically, if they come out and somehow flip this and say, well, at least you know it's secure enough to freeze it.
I'm sure. I mean, a good PR person can flip it. A good PR person definitely can flip it. But again, here's one of the quotes I believe was from their head of communications, Nate Hinman. And this quote, again, he said this quote with such confidence, or at least it looks like it's being written with confidence. It doesn't make sense to me. These mechanisms include a real-time blacklist that tracks offending addresses and stolen assets, as well as an emergency fund that compensates projects when thefts occur. Again, I get it to a certain extent. Like right now, if you just got hacked, okay, whoever address hacked you, they should be on the blacklist, right? And that should be pushed out to nodes as like, hey, this address is the one that hacked. Everybody can see it. We were hacked by it. We just want everybody to know.
You can see the
However, if you already have a real-time blacklist and you haven't been hacked, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to.
It's saying you're centralized.
Bancor Foundation. You know, they're gonna have to figure that out, and they're gonna have to do some good PR in order to come back from this. But I'm sure they'll come back around. We've seen worse in different exchanges, different coins, wallets. So we've seen way worse than this. 13 million is actually pretty tame for a hack. But you know, they'll recover hopefully, and if not, that's just the market. That's what happens once you get found out. Then
speaking of the market, so two things. So Torrance J playlist said, why create an exchange to not have some kind of control? I get it. If you're thinking from a capitalist or even a business mindset, that is what you do. And, you know, I applaud the companies and organizations that have done it and with without apologizing, like, yeah, this is what we doing. Ripple, they're like, hey, we making this for banks and institutions. Yeah. We want to have some type of control over this. However, for a truly decentralized community, that's what this is about. It's about a community and what's going to help everybody. Then people do want to make a truly decentralized exchange without having any backdoor.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of rich developers who want to see Bitcoin and decentralization work, and they don't think about money. They literally put out open source.
They already rich.
Yeah, like they've been rich for a decade. They're like, no, I'm just building open source projects because I want to help the community, because it's always a self-fulfilling prophecy. You help the community does better, the value of the community goes up, and
then somebody also said they can make the money off the fees. There's ways to still make the money or make money off creating a truly decentralized exchange. I mean, if you create and just tell people that was you who did it, you can make money. Somebody's gonna hire you or put you on a project. So again, and also I would say with Bancor and some of these other exchanges, I also think it's one of those things where they're rushing out products. I know we talk about it takes 2 years, but even that 2-year time frame, people, that is a very fast time frame, and they're keeping it at that very fast speed because they know customers are out there waiting and getting angry and saying this thing is never going to work, and they're getting mud tossed at them 24/7, and you got investors who are worried and all that good stuff. But I mean, this is an example of, did you rush your product out? I mean, if these exchanges are getting cracked left and right, it seems that they've been rushing out products, or they're not as they don't have the right team together. Which we said before, because there's not enough developers to go around. So for them to say, hey, we got the best in the world, but there's 1,000 projects who keep saying that, it's not.
Yeah, we're gonna transform.
And everybody has 12 developers. Everybody has at least 10 to 12 developers, and they're all saying we got the best in the world. 1,000 projects is not that many developers out there who know how to do blockchain related things. So that's interesting. Second quick question, Jizzy Mac. How do we know any of these DEXs are any different? We don't. So that's why hackers do actually serve a role in the ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why they have that's why they have bounties. That's why you have roadmaps. That's why you have beta testing, like private beta testing with altcoin.io. I've done it a few times. That's why you have all this stuff for a reason, because whenever you roll it out as an official product,
John Seibert just said that altcoin.io.
Yep, you put a target on you. As soon as you say we have a product that's good, they're like, oh really? Hackers are sitting there like, oh, you got a good product. Well, it suck if somebody would. It would suck if somebody came.
Wouldn't it be a shame?
Wouldn't it be a shame if somebody came by?
Well. So you're all the good.
Oh yeah, and McAfee, I know he was saying he has an unhackable wallet. Well, he's basically inviting. I think it's a honeypot. He's basically like trying to get people to try and hack it.
He might just start hiring them.
And he like trap them into it.
Y'all work for me now.
Exactly. So he's like,
I am the captain.
And basically just give him a call and just be like, oh, so you at such and such address right now? Yeah, I got my eye on you. So I think that's sort of a honeypot type thing. But yeah, you put the target on you as soon as you say we have a good product. So.
What's going on, Hunter? Hunter say jumping channels, or he or she jumping channels. Well, hey, welcome to the Gym in the Crypto. Hope you enjoy. If not, leave a trollish comment that we won't read anyway. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, welcome though. Big story. London School of Economics introduces online course on crypto.
What?
Again, you know we are all about education and educating people in the crypto space. That is Bitcoin Zay's mission in the crypto ecosystem. So we always want to report when other schools pick it up. It's been a few schools already. We got Stanford has one.
Stanford, MIT. Princeton online course. Yep.
Right.
Overseas, I forget the one. Andre Antonopoulos open, but yeah, it's a few.
Oh yeah, he does that. So the London School of Economics is opening a new course dubbed Cryptocurrency Investment and Disruption, which will help students learn some practical skills to interact with cryptocurrency exchanges, including how to use cryptocurrency wallets, as well evaluate the analytics of initial coin offerings. They say the LSE, London School of Economics, which is alma mater to 36 world leaders and 18 Nobel Prize laureates, claims it is known for its motto to understand the causes of things. All right, blah, 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 blah. It's great that London School of Economics has it. However, want to give a fair warning, and it's actually pretty funny. Somebody put this in the comments. I thought, as soon as I saw London School of Economics, I was like, isn't that the school that, and somebody already had put in the comments. They said, this guy, Joseph Baker, on this Cointelegraph article, say, I advise against going to the London School of Economics. These people are the home of the Fabian Socialists, which is true. A diabolical group whose practice involves pretending to become such an outstanding member of a movement they are promoted to leadership positions, like the 36 they just claimed they had, in order to control the opposition. In this way, the groups with important political aims never achieve their objectives because they are sabotaged by their very leaders. So yeah, he was saying, look up Fabian Socialists. For those who don't know, Fabian Socialists, that group does come from the London School of Economics, and basically what they preach is a new world order, world government and socialism. Yeah. And by doing that, taking money from, tier 1 governments or first world governments like America, London, and giving it to third world countries, and then printing fake money on it, nothing. So this is
not actually giving the money to the
right, and not actually giving the money. The leaders of those countries actually keep the money. It's corrupt. Yeah. So this is the school that has produced a lot of these leaders who are down with that Fabian socialism. And now they have a cryptocurrency investment class. So to me, that's kind of interesting because I wonder if they're going to put, well, I don't wonder, I already know they will, but I wonder if the brainwashing will continue and they're going to be like, yeah, now that you know about crypto, this is the next game plan. This is the next level part 2 of this class we didn't teach in the beginner's course. This is only for the people we invite to class over there.
That's why I'm always wary of people who are so adamant to bring blockchain to smaller economies, and they have nothing to do with the economy. It's like, so why are you here?
Right.
And it's not because I don't think people don't care. Like people like us who are regular and we have regular lives, and we go out and do it in different places all around the country and other people all around the world, of course. But you have people from places like this. They show up with a mission. They have a mission to do something for somebody, and blockchain can actually enable them to do it faster.
Right.
And so they have 6 modules. They have 60 hours worth of work time. With the class time, it's worth $2,100 or 1,800 euros. You could spend that,
but you can't buy the course in crypto. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, fake news!
Exactly,
fake news. Gabriel Hernandez said it best. Who is teaching this course with 3 question marks? Once again, all these courses that pop up, I also want to know who's teaching this course.
Oh well, it says it's led by Dr. Karsten Sorensen. However, I was in college. He ain't gonna teach nothing. He gonna have TAs that do all the teaching. Even the Princeton course, it was led by Dr. Edward J. Felton.
Who watched The Gentleman of Crypto.
Exactly, yeah. It was Dr. Edward J. Felton was on the Princeton course I took, and it was like 3 TAs did all the he did the first one, and the TAs did the rest of it. So I know that game. They just put his name there because it's probably well known.
Get people.
What's
the one guy? What's the black guy who did that?
I forget.
He's the guy that all the a lot of people I guess invest with or listen to. Boyce Watkins.
Oh yeah, Boyce Watkins.
And Boyce Watkins was pushing Bitcoin hard in December. Yeah, I haven't heard from him this year.
Other people took it on. So if they don't have Professor Zay there, I don't really care.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if London, they want to push out what they do, in the socialist realm, it's going to happen. Right. It's just whether or not you choose to listen to it. So you could either pay $2,100 to them, or you could join the KRB Digital Assets Group.
$50 a month, people.
Yeah, for $50 a month, and learn even more, because we're going to give you the real. We're not going to give you the cupcakes and rainbows and unicorns, pie in the sky stuff. We'll actually show you, like, this is who's actually doing that. Who's actually doing that.
Jizzy Max said Boyce had people buying the tie. It was Boyce, it was Ty Lopez, and then Alter.
And James Alter.
For you all who didn't see the comment, we tweeted that with Alter the other day, a week or 2 ago. Somebody had first tweeted, you're about is the top or something when Ty Lopez comes back around. Yeah. And we had retweeted and was like, yeah, and also when James Alter come back around, of course we tagged him. So we like to say things to people, let them know we're talking about them. And he actually liked it. He was in agreement with us. He was like, you're right.
This is what I do.
This is what I do. Everybody feel for it. Don't be mad at it. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Oh yeah.
Hate that. Yes, John Sieber said Fabian socialists are described in The Creature from Jekyll Island. That is true.
Yeah. Somebody said, he brought a lot of people in, but they bought the top. So.
Yep. All right. Last couple of stories. We'll make these very quick. We know we're reaching the time. Bitcoin Zay spoke about it yesterday, but Augur, of course, you said that it launched finally.
Yep.
People start betting. Well, it looks like they already passed CryptoKitties in its first day of betting with $400,000 in bets. Yeah, we'll pull that up for you. You can kind of see it. It looks like they were betting on will the price of Ethereum exceed 500 by the end of 2018.
Yep.
Will France defeat Belgium in the 2018 FIFA World Cup? It's a lot of World Cup stuff, actually. Good gracious, a lot of World Cup.
Wait till football season comes back.
Woo.
That's what I'm saying.
Tennis.
You might want to get on it before football season in America, which is the most watched sport.
They already got one in here.
Yeah.
Who will win the NFL Super Bowl 53?
Yep. See, wait till they start doing weeklies. Like,
that's going to be weekly, huge.
Yeah. Who's going to have more yards? Who will win MVP? Then going into other sports, baseball's on right now. I don't watch it, but I'm sure when the World Series comes around, same thing. So,
will Donald J. Trump be elected and inaugurated as president of the United States?
They're going to have plenty of political.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Will he be impeached before his first? So, yeah, again, and some of these actually were at $0 this morning. that people had just put up. So literally within an hour or two, people have been putting more money up. You're right. I've seen a lot more NFL stuff too. I just saw 2 more NFL ones.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. All right, so this is up and running, 400K in first day. Some people were disappointed because they did say, hey, the app has a lot of bugs and all that. Of course, people, it's not up and working all the way. In fact, I would dare to say this is the beta version. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be like another 6 to 8 months at least before they really roll it smoothly. So just want to let you all know about it. I know Bitcoins, they talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, and if you want to look at them, you can look at predictions.global. That's the website where they have the predictions we're talking about right here. So predictions.global. I'll put that out here.
I was about to type it and I realized I am already on that site.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and then last but not least, this is the very brief story we just want to talk about. VC firm Lightspeed Venture partners to invest $1.8 billion in new funds, including crypto. All right, we're not going to go in detail. It doesn't matter about who the VC is, VC firm is, or blah, 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 all that good stuff.
They got money.
What's important is they have a lot of money, and they're talking about investing in crypto, all right?
Yep.
We've been saying that for a long time now, that this price drop, whether it was manipulated high or whatever, the price suppression is intentional.
Yeah.
Now, the manipulation as far as it going up, who knows? Probably, okay? But the manipulation of it going down, that's happening. So that's happening because these VC firms are finally getting their stuff together. Literally, it's like literally a year after the first big bull run of last year. It was not even the first, that was the second one. Now they're saying, well, hey, can you government agencies around the world, can you invent new rules out the blue and please scare people away and keep the price down so we have a chance to recruit investors and get this $1.8 billion, then come back in the market, take the majority, and then loan it out to all those who sold or didn't even buy it at ridiculous rates, as they do right now with the regular currency that they print out of nowhere. So shout out to the VC firm Lightspeed Venture, though, seriously, for investing in crypto or at least thinking about it.
Well, some of it. They ain't putting all in there. They
Right.
said
I'm sure.
They said they're giving $1 billion of the $1.8 billion to more established companies.
Mature companies. Like Toys R Us, right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're going to get Blockbuster 200 million.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's one of those, we're investing and we have the money, so we're going to do what we want. So
yeah,
good to see there as far as, money-wise, but we'll see how that works out because they'll try and put their paws.
I mean, here's the thing. When investing, everybody want to talk about investing with crypto. Let's be real. If you invest in anything, people, you should already consider that money gone. Do you get it, want it back? Of course, all that good stuff, yes. But the money's already gone. And stop playing Lightspeed Venture.
Yeah.
Invest $1 billion in crypto. Let's make it happen, all right? If it does work out, which it will, literally you all will be heralded as gods in the investment community, and you'll never have to ever work again. So there you go.
Absolutely.
All right, for the free Bitcoin day, what are we doing?
Oh, yeah. So for the free Bitcoin, the discussion of cryptocurrency owners or crypto companies buying banks. Do you think it's good for the space, or do you think that is the writing on the wall that we've given up? Let us know and put your public address.
That's a good
and
one.
we'll make sure we send those free Satoshis.
There it is. Other than that, in the link or in the notes, people, after the show, you can also check out the link for the World CryptoCon. Tickets are on sale. Again, that's from October 31st to November 2nd. They're going to have a lot of good stuff going on. It's going to be a poker tournament going on, of course, clubs for those who like to go out there, doing an art show. What else we have going on there?
Us.
Got us. Yeah, the YouTube. I'm gonna forget that, the YouTuber meet and greets and all that good stuff. It'll be about 20 different YouTubers there, I believe. Some of the more popular ones you've seen as well. And for us, we have a discount code as well. It gives you $250 off the ticket. I believe the ticket right now for the general admission discount is about anywhere, I think $800 or $900. So you get $250 off. But if you wait, I think that ticket price goes up to like $1,200 or $1,300 though. So they've already sold out the first pre-sale and early birds, people. So if you're considering going, this may be an investment you want to make. And of course, if we see you out there, we're going to have a great time as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Other than that, you all have a great day. We can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Happy hump day.
Oh, yeah. Have a good one.
Cheers.